Hey folks, welcome back to Dominions 5. So, I was just looking back over the last episode and I spent quite a long time messing about sort of scripting stuff. So I think in the interest of, speeding the game up a little bit, I did most of the scripting for this turn just offline basically. And yeah, so we're going to try to reduce the amount of time that the game is taking to play, I think. Because I do want to get this finished. At the same time, I don't want you to miss out on, all the sort of cool stuff. So I'm not going to do this every turn. Some turns I will just go through and do things, but I think there's stuff like, things like blood economy stuff. It's not very exciting for you guys to watch, really. Okay, there's a couple of things we didn't really deal with in the last episode. So we are actually under siege on two of our castles here. So there was actually a besieging army here. I don't know if we watched this last turn. I'm just going to quickly watch it and just see what happened. Oh yeah, that's it. I remember now. So there's a bunch of elephants on one side and a whole bunch of these Atlantean troops. This is quite a big army. Now we don't really have a whole lot we can use here. Like we could break through with these guys, but we don't. We've only got one guy, look, that can do death magic. I mean, we could give him a skull staff or something, and he could, like, put out some, we could do a communion. He could be a hordes of skeletons spammer. But against 100 units with a load of elephants, they're not going to win that. So we've got to have a quick look. If you check your fortification, you'll see your wall integrity. So you'll see it's 362 out of 500. They're going to last another turn. We do have a couple of rescuing armies coming in. I did consider getting these guys... getting these research monkeys mobilized and sending them in this way, but they just don't these guys can do stuff, but they need a bit of help, right? So what they can do is things like summoning imps, but you can also boost you can use some of the priest level 3 stuff if you've got enough Sabbath slaves behind you. Summoning imps, you can do Hellbind Heart. There's some cool stuff you can do with them, but they need troops. And we don't have any troops, and we don't have any money. So what I've actually done is, we're so low on income, and the reason is because we've got massive amounts of mages. I've been completely inefficient in this game, and look, this isn't a multiplayer game, so it doesn't really matter. But normally, really, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but I should be able to win this game with half the amount of mages that I've got if I was actually utilising all the tools that I've got, rather than just kind of relying on brute force, which is what I've been doing so far. I've been relying on kind of crazy super combatant stuff and then just brute forcing with absolutely monstrous amounts of troops. I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of Rakshasha. This army, properly backed up with mages, should be big enough to really handle anything that the AI is going to throw at me at this stage of the game, if I was playing carefully. But I'm not, and that's the way it is. So yeah, we will relieve these guys next turn. Okay, what else are we doing? I'm going to have a look and see what's in this province this turn. We do have... Where are we? Got a little monkey here. We're going to send this Markata here, and we're going to put him on retreat. I should be using my hotkeys really, but there we go. We're going to send that guy on retreat. We're going to ping him off here. I can't remember if we looked at what was in here before, but I'm pretty sure the 260 horse tribe are going to die if we send that many, this many Solus at them. There's just nothing that they can do, even with Lanka's kind of very bog standard Solus. Like, it's not like Scalaria where you get all sorts of cool little spells to basically make your undead stronger. You don't really get that with Lanka, but still. How many troops we got here? It's 850 odd. So I don't think, no matter what's in here, unless it's a like a super combatant type thing, I don't think that they're going to survive if we send that at them. So let's go and get this throne. The throne will be useful to get. It will push our dominion out further, on top of whatever other effects that it's got. We have actually started to get the crystal shamans as well. I'm actually getting an Atavi chieftain here first. The reason being is because I want to put up a fort here. I've not completely blood hunted this into the ground yet. That really wasn't a very smart thing for me to do, by the way, but it doesn't really matter when you're just going for, if you just want this for the mages. We don't really care about the having resource points or recruitment points for the troops. Okay, over on this side, we've got this force under Anamiva, and these guys are moving out this way. What we're going to do is we're going to go and grab this throne. Now this dude is prophet level, priest level 3, so he can capture that throne, I think. So he my prophet. Yes, he is. So the prophet can capture the throne again. That will help us push our dominion out, because we're not long taken this off for Moria, and we really need to get our we need to get our Dominion out, in which case, let's get rid of that off that guy. He's casting Revive King. Yeah, we need a king for this. And, yeah, he's patrolling. Okay, so he can stop patrolling now. I might just send these animals out. Let's just send them out this way, and then they can go actually moving in and help. We probably do need to start getting something in our... we do need to start building some troops. But... yeah, we got loads of undead. Really, I think if you're playing Lanka like this, you know, and you're going heavily into the undead like we have, then it's absolutely fine, kind of just not worrying too much about normal troops. Let's roll on the turn and see what happens. Okay, lots and lots of stuff going on this turn. Okay, we bound a whole bunch of serpent fiends. I did this for just to show them off, really. Kind of a very cool little unit. They cost two blood slaves each, so they're not very expensive. You get a nice little, you kind of like a little poisonous flying thing out of them. They're really interesting. We've got 29 blood slaves in Bycliffe. Okay, so Angana failed to seduce the Bandar commander, and there was a battle. Let's see what happened here. Now I'm pretty sure with the contract that we've got. Yeah, there we go. Look, he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get to her. Imps probably will start doing their damage. I'm just going to speed up just a little bit. Okay, yeah, the imps killed her. So, killed him, sorry. So let's just have a quick look what happened here. Yeah, he was just hit by the imps. Hitting the leg with the claws. Okay, yeah, so these little things, these little ankle biters have just gone for him, look. And he was... yeah, damage increased to 6 due to slash damage. So these things are actually pretty strong. Yeah. So this is a really powerful kind of assassin kind of chassis, really. I really like this one. I forget what they call it now. The Rakshasha, is it? There was a battle in Illidar. Let's have a look what happened here. Okay, this is us attacking into Atlantis with a very, very large army. Again, we don't really need to worry too much about... I mean, this is just going to be an absolute ruffle stomp, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing going on there. Okay, so, yeah, we lost one Leo Griff. There was a battle in Nardago. Now, this is us pinging this throne. And we'll just see what's in here. What we got. Okay, so there's a Lawmaster. He's actually got a never healing wound. And we've got a sage. Okay, this is interesting. I wonder if we'll be able to get sages from this province. But yeah, I'm fairly sure. Like this guy, Astral Magic level 3, and he's got a Sword of Sharpness as well. Bunch of gems. So he might start spamming out some kind of, you know, Ghost Wolves. Is it Ghost Wolves? Something like that. Phantasmal Army. Whatever it is, he might do Power of the Spheres. So that will get him up to level to 4. Astral 4. In fact, I think Power of the Spheres will give him a boost in all of his paths. So there's a fair arsenal that he's got, basically. I still don't think he's going to be able to do anything against... Oh, did we lose our... Yeah, we lost our scout there, actually, because it looks like that guy cast Mind Burn. Just watch him die. There we go. Bosh. There's no running. There's a battle in Farseer Mountains. Okay, this is just lots and lots of Ghana. Now, we've got a whole bunch of Atlanteans here. The Atlantean Spearmen. We've got some War Shamblers. A pretty standard Atlantean army here. Okay, we lost the Leogryph or whatever that was. Manticore. But here go the Ghanas. Now, these things are ethereal, if you remember. And they've got a good surround going on now. Now, they've got a priest at the back here who is going to be casting... yeah, it's going to be casting anti-undead stuff. Let's just speed it up just a bit. Okay, we've got a load of imps coming in as well. So we're summoning imps from the back here. Now, if these imps don't seem like they're a good buy, right, just consider that when your troops are surrounded, right, they get a defense penalty. So they get this harass penalty, look. And if there are... So let's say they're standing in the front line and then some imps jump down behind them. Even though the imps themselves aren't that strong, although they've got good defense, they will give a harassment penalty, basically. And the more troops that are surrounding the AI, or sorry, surrounding a troop, the more harass penalty they get. The combat, I haven't really had time to go into the combat mechanics in this game, I don't think. The combat mechanics are really, really in-depth. Here's something I wanted to say about Dominions, right? Just have a quick time out. Dominions is probably the only strategy game that I can think of where you actually have to have skill. Like you've got to be skillful at the game. And what I mean is not just making good tactical decisions, because obviously there's skill in strategy, in strategic planning. But I mean, particularly in the terms of the battle, you can make good decisions, you know, with regards to your choice of build, the troops that you're bringing. But when it comes to the battle scripting, there really is a lot of skill involved, and it's very rare to say that about a strategy game. There's very few strategy games that apart from things like RTS, right? Obviously in RTS there's skill involved as well, but turn-based games, skill's like not really a thing. I don't think, at least in my understanding of the term. So I think Dominions is a wonderful game purely because, you know, you can learn to get good at it, and through repeated practice, your skill, particularly in scripting battles and kind of understanding how battles work and the way that you utilize the tools that you've got in, you know, responding to the threats that you come across, you can get very, very good at that. And I think it's it's a wonderful game in that regard. Let's keep going. Okay, our undefended province of Earthshell Mountains has been conquered by the enemy. Let's just have a look what happened there. Okay, so this was this throne province. We did actually move out with Kali here. Okay, this is us attacking with a bunch of undead. So yeah, this is just a bunch of soulless, and yeah, this is what soulless do. They die in droves, but they get all this crazy harassment penalty. Look, I'll give you an example of this. Look at this guy. He's got a harass penalty of -4. Now he is routing as well, so that helps. But like if you see, those guys haven't got a harassment penalty because they're just facing their own square. Let me just turn the grid on and the colours so you can see this, right? But let's say these ones here. Let's see this guy. He's not routed yet, but his defense skill is -1. He's got a harassment penalty of 1. That's because he's got these troops coming in. Let's just slow this down again and see if we can get some more troops that are surrounding them. Yeah, this guy here, for example, like he's got a harass penalty of 3 now, presumably because he's engaged with these guys, but he's got 3 other troops kind of attacking him, or multiple troops attacking him. And so even if you've got drastically inferior troops like we have here, like soulless suck, okay, they're really not very strong. The long dead are okay, they've got good attack skill, but for the most part, like the soulless are really, really bad. Okay, these are mostly long deaths. These aren't actually too bad, but the harassment penalty is what does the job anyway. And we'll just speed this up. And you're gonna lose a load of them when you come up against priests as well. But you see how they're free to get, right? They just take time. So time and mage turns are the resource that you're expending when you're using the undead. Okay, let's just turn this grid off. Okay, this is Kali just attacking into some. She's just going through a script. Yeah, you've seen this before. Just standard super combatant stuff. There we go. Kills the yogi. Alright. So, yeah. That was just another province we were able to take quite easily. There's a battle in Sleepy Wolds too. Now this is us attacking with... Oh. What was I doing here? Oh, I might have been halfway through scripting this and then I forgot to do it. Okay. Okay, these guys, they just stood there blessing one another. Okay, so yeah, I was halfway through scripting that battle and I forgot to do it. Unexpected event occurs in Lanka. Charismatic preacher of a foreign faith has turned away many from Kali. Pogroms against the defectors have been initiated. Okay, so that's a bad event. We lost a lot of population there. You don't want to do that. We're under siege in Iron Peaks and our walls are damaged. Okay, so we've the walls at Aganor have been breached. We're also knocking down our own their forts too. And we've got a new famous hero, Animiva. That's this guy here. Okay. So, we have grabbed this throne province now. We've just got to siege it down. I think what we're going to do with this guy is we're just going to move him and take this province off Atlantis here. Okay. Alright folks, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to pause the video and I'm just going to go through and do some blood scripting, you know, just do all the blood hunting stuff. I'll make my decisions and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. And this time I'll try not to forget about the attacks halfway through. Okay, folks, let's start over on this side and I'll show you what I'm doing. So, we've got Worm Plague here. He's taking a whole bunch of this undead that we've created. I'm not even bothering to separate them out. I'm just going to take them as a big lump for the time being. He's going to move this way. Ambivadar here is going to move up here to take marshlands. We've got this siege going on here at Farseer Mountains. I want to take this province. I want to take this throne. Now, the walls are severely damaged, so next turn we'll probably be able to grab that, and we're just going to waltz on in there. Now we don't have any blood slaves here, so what we want to do here, let's grab some. Oh, we don't have much cash. Okay, just bear with me. Let's just get rid of one of those bandars that I was creating, and we're going to recruit a Makata, and then the next turn we'll send some. We'll send a Makata out with some blood slaves. Okay. They don't probably even need blood slaves. I can't remember what this guy was scripted to do now. Blessing Mist Form Attack. Okay, he could do better than that. So we got loads and loads of spells now. Yeah, so he could do air elemental or something like that. It just depends on what's in here. We've got to figure that out. Okay, moving over this side, we're moving in with a large force here to relieve this fort. And because they're going to take this, Agenor, they've broken this one this turn. The walls of Agenor have fallen essentially, so the walls have been breached. They're going to attack. We're going to be moving in with a large force. There's not a whole lot of stuff here. It's mostly we've got a load of trolls on the front line. These forest trolls. We've got the Leogryphs like running in from the back. We've got the Wyverns as well, or Wyverns depending on how you want to say it. And then we've just got some sort of undead on the front line. And they're just going to hold. Really, it's going to be the mages that are going to be doing the damage here. I've also brought in all of these mages here. This is going to be a ridiculous amount of Sabbath slaves, but this will drastically reduce the chances that we have a horrible backfire. Really, we're wasting a lot of blood slaves doing this, probably, I think. But it doesn't matter because there's plenty more where they came from. One of the fun things about Lanka is the kind of need for more population to turn into blood slaves is kind of what drives you to move on. And we've got this whole undiscovered continent over this side, look. So there's plenty of space for us. We are going to move we're going to brute force this throne here. I'm not even going to bother scripting anything. I'm just sending these guys in, and it's going to be fun watching hordes of crappy zombies just walk up to these horse tribe. They're not going to take any damage really going in, and then they're just going to overwhelm them. There's 200 enemy troops there. I think we can win that one. We're moving our blood hunting operation over into this province here now. Now this is one of our most profitable provinces, to be honest. However, this one's becoming very, very unprofitable to to blood hunt from. So I'm actually going to spend a few turns blood hunting this. I'm not going to blood hunt it too much, but until we can move out and find somewhere. Like the problem is with the early age, you don't get a lot of population. Look, a lot of these provinces got very low population, and if you remember, I think it's below 5,000 or sort of 4,500, something like that. You start getting a big penalty to the blood hunting. The amount of blood you can get. So we've got really poor lands apart from this one, pretty much, and obviously apart from Lanka. You don't really want to be, blood hunting around, your capital. But what are you going to do? Also, this one would be an okay province to actually blood hunt because it's got decent recruitment points. But we don't really need those in Lanka now. We don't really need to worry about recruitment point and resources. We're mostly going to be we're basically going to be turning our population directly into demons, basically, because we're going to be using blood slaves. So we're going to be, rather than going through that laborious process of taxing people and having them work and then us having to collect the taxes, instead we're just going to round up all their virgins and turn them into demons by sacrificing them. So the good old days of Lanka. All right, folks, let's end this turn. Oh, hang on, I didn't show you what we were doing over here. So yeah, over here we're just building some more mages and we're preaching because we want to get these candles up. Over on this side we are going to move up here to take this province here. We've got an iron mine there, and then we've got access to Katala here and also to Shadowglade. Now we've always got the potential of being attacked by Atlantis now that we're at war with Atlantis, okay? But I'm not too worried about that. What we want to do is put Kailassa down now. If we can kill Kailassa relatively quickly, and the way we're going to do that is we're just going to grind them to a halt, right? So I'm moving in with Kali. I'm going to take this temple down. Can cause them to waste money because they'll probably try and put them back up. I don't think they've got much that can take Kali down. I don't know how good the AI is at killing super combatants. It definitely uses thugs. I've seen it do that, but you know, like, so it knows how to use thugs in a basic way, but it doesn't use them particularly effectively. I don't know whether it can build, you know, anti-super combatant thugs. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we're just gonna be moving stuff around. Again, we're gonna be preaching here in Gobstoon Mountains and not wasting any more mages here. Really, we want to be replacing the mages that we were losing. We don't have a temple here. That would be a good thing to do. Let's get rid of the Bandaraja that I was creating. One of those Bandar archers. Let's get one of these jokers to construct ourselves a temple. That's going to make things a little bit quicker with reducing the temple checks are much more effective if you're going from a temple. We've got... Yeah, what was that? Why did I build him? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've got another Mound King. We're going to go and pick up some of the dead that are forming. We blood hunted this province pretty heavily. To see how many... Yeah, these two Mound Kings. Yeah, we need to send more Mound Kings in to go and get these Soulless that we're resurrecting. And yeah, that's about it, folks. So I don't think there's much more to report from this turn. Oh yeah, we've got these guys under siege again with these chaff. I'm not even worried about those. Like, we basically, it's a couple of Mound Kings, you know, 3 gems each, death gems. We've got tons of them. I want to be using more of my gems, and I'm kind of running out of mages. you never really seem like you've got enough mages with Lanka. Okay, let's get some more candles up here, then I'll start using some of these nature mages, start using some of these nature gems. We've got ridiculous amounts of gems. We want to be using them. Alright, let's see what happens. Lots and lots of battles this turn. Okay, Abaddon, the anointed of Ruax, has claimed the throne of Zeal in the name of Bunu Ishtar, god of magma, prince of dirt, enemy of man. Okay, that's Abyssia. And we've not even come across Abyssia yet, but they've claimed one of the thrones. Agana successfully seduced Balapruna, the Guyaka general. He has been sneaked away to God's Tombs Mountains. Okay, so we've got ourselves a Guyaka general here. Now, this is really, really nice. This is a commander. We can put stuff on him, like we can use him just as, you know, as you would be able to use them if you were able to recruit them. So there we go. We got ourselves a new commander. Not a terrible commander, actually. These guys are pretty good. Got reasonable leadership. We can put him to good use. So our seducer worked that time. Okay, there was a battle in Nargado. Now, this is us attacking this throne province with lots and lots of undead. Let's see what happens. It's going to move them in quite slowly. I think we can win this. We'll see, though. So, look, as you can see, we'll just turn off the grid. See if we can overwhelm these guys just with sheer numbers of undead. They seem to be holding out quite well. Oh, well, looks like we lost. Okay, so the Mound Kings ran. We lost 300 Soulless, and we only killed 6 troops. What? Good lord! There's like infantry. I can't believe we only killed 6 troops. Is that true? What was going on here? Have they got a bunch of... These guys aren't even sacred. Oh, they're casting Legion of Steel. Oh, right, okay. So these guys are going to have increased protection. Oh, wow, what a massacre. A massacre of the dead. Okay, we'll have to rethink that one then, folks. Okay, there was a battle in Marshlands. I was sure that I could take that with those Soulless. I think the problem is I've been playing with Scalaria and the undead are quite strong there, whereas the undead that Lanka have are just really bad. Okay. Oh, Leogris getting poisoned, but not enough to die. Okay, that's good stuff. Let's have a look. So we lost 1 Leogryph. There was a battle in Sleepy Wolds. I think this is going to be... Okay, this is our main force. This is our main Kailassa killing force. Natural Storm just went up. It's going to stop most of the arrows coming in. Okay, yeah, so we've just got these Apsaras on the front line. They're not going to last long against these guys. Now, they are casting Wind of Memories to try to dispel these, or to try to destroy our undead. But they've routed, look. We're just chasing them down now with these with the ogres. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's just have a look at how we did there. We lost 4 possessed corpses and 1 Rakshasa warrior, and they ran actually. They ran quite quick. So we must have HP routed them pretty early. Actually, what? Let me just watch that again. Sorry, folks. I think the problem was I rushed through it a little bit too quick. A bit too much of a habit of doing that. Okay, so here we go. I don't think we even bothered using any of our blood slaves here, look. I think the AI just decided that this was a battle that we could easily win. Okay, alright, so look, if you look up here, we've got some Rakshasa warriors that have got in around the back. Yeah, we've pushed through their front line. I think what it is these archers have seen that, you know, we've got a HP route essentially. There's a bunch of Atavi still making a brave stand, but they're just going to get eaten by these guys, literally eaten. And then, yeah, you can see these Rakshasa warriors are coming in the background, running around from the left flank here. We've got some coming in from the right as well. And that is it. Armies of Kailassa are routed. Yeah, okay, that was what happened. So, battle in Agenor. Okay, this is our big force on this side. So this is mostly a lot of mages. Oh my lord, look how many elephants they've got. We might not win this. We might lose this. So let's see what happens. They've got a lot of elephants. Thing is, elephants... Now, if I'd have cast Bloodletting, that might have done it because it might have sent the elephants kind of crazy. Let's see what we can do here anyway. The elephants have gone round... Oh, wow, they're going to make it to the Mage Core. Or are they? Let me just pause it a sec, folks. I'm just going to see what's going on here on this side. Let's just keep this battle played on slow. Okay, the elephants got tied up here. Oh, look, I think they put some of these to sleep. Yeah, we've put the elephants to sleep. So these guys have kind of gone off a bit off script. There we go. All right. What are they casting? Yeah, Sleep Cloud. These got dreadfully close to our Mage Core here. Yeah, look at these guys. These guys are actually falling asleep. Oh, these ones are starving, look. A bunch of starving elephants. That's it. They've run out of supplies. That's what the problem here. Okay, those guys have run. They're going to run back through their own troops, which is good. Again, on this side, looks like I think this means it's paralysed usually. Okay, now our front line have hit their front line. We did lose these wyverns at the back. Looks like they jumped in. Okay, now here comes the skeleton spam. Well, this is, yeah, hordes of skeletons and raised dead. Okay, yeah, we got it. We were actually quite lucky there, folks. I think. Oh, look at that! All those direct attack spells going in. Wow, that was a really cool battle. Look at the elephants just trampling through their own troops. And the Atlantean troops are in retreat. I think that's it. Look at the amount of undead that you can put out, though. Look, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure that I've only got a couple of undead. I've only got a couple of guys casting Horde of Skeletons. Oh no, they've got loads of them. There we are. Look, they're all the communion masters. They're all putting out Horde Skeletons. Yeah, we probably lost some Sabbath slaves there because we were just pushing out so many skeletons. But look, this is what Horde of Skeletons does, folks. Let me just kind of go. I want us to go back and look at that one again. So what did we lose? We didn't lose a single mage, so that's good. We lost some forest trolls, we lost some Leogryphs, and we lost some wyverns. But look, we've got loads and like all this stuff's just stuff that's come from gems, right? Or you know, we've raised the dead. So yeah, that was a significant battle. We did actually kill 22 war elephants there as well, and a bunch of other stuff. So very, very good. 5 units dispersed, but we didn't lose a single mage. I'm just going to watch that again, just for my own pleasure, guys, because I just want to. Like, that was so. Look, it was so close with these elephants. Like, when I saw that, my heart sank a little bit, because I was like, oh man, that's going to be 2 battles in a row that I've actually lost. But these Leogryphs did a good job of tearing into these elephants here. So they stopped this on this side. You'll see that our trolls move forwards here. And then our elephants here get tangled up. And are these Vatala? Yeah, they're long dead. Oh no, they're long dead. So yeah, they bunt these elephants here. Let's put it on slow. So these guys, they actually got... The elephants started to stomp on these undead. And it was at this point that our troops over here, we're starting to cast Sleep Cloud, look. So yeah, look, for example, the Yoginis here. Casting Sleep Cloud, and that was what did these elephants in. They were tangled up, look. There was a word of stone, I think. But yeah, they got tangled up, and then we put a load of them to sleep. And that was it. That was where they lost the battle. Because I think in the middle here, look, eventually we are going to win this battle, right? They've got all these... you know, they defeated the wyverns at the back. They have got some routing troops, and I think these eventually would have won. Now, if we didn't have those Leogryphs, those elephants would undoubtedly have run round here and killed all the mages. So we were very, very lucky there. I'll just speed it up a little bit. Yeah, and now you see where the hordes of skeletons starts coming out. Raised dead and horde of skeletons. And at this point, you'll just see how many ridiculous amounts of skeletons that you can start putting out. Yeah, here come the skeletons, look, and the undead. This is why communions are really, really strong. And like, this is not an efficient communion. This is just me, basically, you know, getting as many communion Sabbath slaves as possible and throwing them into a communion with, you know, with a relative few master. But look at this. Like, you know, that is how to play an undead nation. Just lots and lots of skeletons. I love it. Okay, there's a battle in Furia. Here's Kali. Oh, okay, right. So she's moving in against Wolf Tribe Archer. These guys have got... I thought these ones had the double dagger, yeah. So some of these guys have got 2 daggers. I don't think they're going to be able to get through her moss body. And yeah, I think they ain't got a hope. She doesn't have to take many hits, though, to pick up an affliction. That's the thing. Now, if I remember right, she already got an affliction in this battle, and we used the rejuvenation, didn't we? Or whatever the spell is called, where you sacrifice a load of blood slaves and the blood feast, I think it is. Okay, there was a battle in Windswept Desert. Oh, that was just Lanka. Oh, large army from Lanka just coming in on that small amount of PD. Let's have a look what they've got. Okay, so they're still coming with the hill giants and the animals. Cave drakes from Kailassa. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't need to see that, but let's just see what they've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they've got a couple of mages too. Just a Guria and a Yaksha. Yeah, it's not a very strong army. Warring tribes caused unrest in Giffer. Parts of the population has been killed in raids. Raids, sorry, not raves. Being killed at a rave is not much fun. We are under siege and Iron Peaks and walls are damaged. The entrance to the fortification in Farsi Mountain has been breached. Okay, so we can storm the fort here. And we've almost got the fort in Folgoth too. Troops in marshlands are starting to starve. Okay, these guys haven't got enough supplies. So, yeah, these Leogryphs are starting to get diseased. Supply use is minus 35. Okay. There's just enough supplies to get these guys in here, I think. So these guys can actually storm this castle. Whether we want to yet or not, I don't know. I think we're going to need... I think they can probably do it. These possessed corpses are really strong, as are the Garners. They'll probably be fine going in with, you know, just with standard mage support. Depends on what they've got here. Okay, yeah, that was a big mistake. Like, I hardly killed anything now. I'm really, really surprised. I think they must have... These guys all got buffed up and then they just cut down all those undead as they came in. Well, there you go. We won't make that mistake again. And by the way, there's plenty more where they came from. We've got absolutely loads and loads and loads of them. We've got one of these guys here. Let's go this Mound King. We're going to move this way. Anyway, folks, I think what I'm going to do before I play out this turn is I'm going to end the episode there. We are making headroads into taking Kailassa. We're slowly stomping our way through. I think what we're going to do, there's Kailassa itself. I'm going to try to defeat their armies. I'm going to try and catch their armies. And then with this army here, this group here, this one can be the one that's going to sit on the forts. So we probably want to take this one because it's got the temple. Yeah, we want to deal with this. We've got a new blood hunting operation to set up now. 2, 3, 4, 5. You only want about 5, don't you? I think it's about 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got 6, 7. I think we can blood hunt with those for the start. These guys will go on reanimate and go on reanimate soulless. So they'll grab the soulless that, you know, from the corpses that will appear. 5, 6, 7. Might be a little bit too many blood hunters there. Yeah, I'll be okay. And then we're going to get these guys on patrol. Okay. We didn't get, because we moved our blood hunting operation that turn, we didn't really get many blood, we didn't get any blood slaves. Got to be a little bit careful. We don't have a lot of blood slaves now, but we are mostly relying on undead. Yeah, okay, folks. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode there so it doesn't go on too long. Hope you enjoy the series still, and I will catch you next time. Take care.